In column A here, we see some sale dates, and we'd like to know day of the week, real convenient function equal weekday. Unfortunately, the answer is not appealing. What does 2 mean? Monday, 1 is Sunday, 7 is Saturday, and so on. In order to make this appear as a day of the week, we've got a couple quick options, but we do have to make a formatting change. But looking ahead here, we can simply double click to see the others. The number that might jump at you here could be a little strange depending upon the working environment. Maybe this is an operation that is not open on Sundays. So this emerges as a Sunday. That's the weekday of that particular date. So maybe that's a mistake, maybe it's a typo or something weird happened, but that would certainly get your attention. But if we want to see the actual day of the week here, and might as well format all these at once, jump right into right-click Format Cells and a custom format consisting simply of 3 Ds. If we would like to abbreviate it, so it would look like this, or same place, right-click Format Cells, 4 Ds to get a full spelling, if that's important. The key idea, of course, is the numbers by themselves do the work, but you've got to make the display be worthwhile, depending upon who needs to see this. So that might be a better approach. And maybe that's a typo, maybe not, but you'll certainly look into it. So that's good information. And the other issue that might come out of this, someone is looking at this and said, could we sort this and look at all of our Monday sales dates today here? Could we do this? If you were to do a sort on this, what's actually being dealt with here? What's happening in the background? If we jump into the Data tab and use the AZ sort button, that contiguous data will be sorted. And we see what's happening here. Now it's because the numbers are underneath it or behind the scenes, that's why it's working. So here are all of our Monday sales. And again, imagine how this might play out with a much larger list if you need that sort of order. Sometimes we need more sophisticated use of this. Let's talk about this idea. In your organization, you've got the product. When a sale occurs, then some packing has to be done, some assembly possibly, before this is ready to be shipped. And maybe these are some kinds of large items. 4 days have to occur before the shipping date here. So we could do simply equal whatever the value is plus 4 to set up a shipping date. So you can see what would happen here. However, what if the shipping date is a Sunday and you don't do shipping on Sunday? So what we might do in a situation like this is in effect say, okay, we want to do this most of the time, but on the other hand, we might want to put in a check here to see if the weekday of this 4 days later, this day right here, if the weekday of that equals 1, meaning Sunday, then what do we want to do with the shipping date? What do we want it to be? We want it to be this date plus 5. Otherwise, we'll turn it into simply this value right here. I'm hitting Control-C here to copy it and make that be the answer. So, once again, if the intended 4-day difference there turns out to be a Sunday, we don't want that to be the shipping date. We'll add 5 to the date. Otherwise, we'll simply keep that date plus 4. So as we tabulate this here, and of course we don't know the answers at glance here, but does a simple choice here of the difference of the two equal this minus this? Control Enter here because they're all highlighted here and there. We see what's happened. This got bumped into a Monday, and so did this one. So different creative uses of the weekday function. And you can imagine possibly setting up some data validation rules to do this in a slightly different way. But again, that weekday function gives us potentially valuable information. Imagine analyzing your workflow and a variety of different business issues that are going to come up when you know day of the week.